it's safe. To know the agency is supposed to have all this technology to find anything below the surface, but it took Jacques Cousteau's grandson to find the plumes that still many say in our federal government do not exist or didn't exist. And if you remember that statement where I said I wanted to take Tony Haywood and stick him over the side and pull him up. Well, I hope one day we will figure out why the command, and look, I don't blame the men and women on the ground with the Coast Guard, with BP, with EPA. They're doing their job. The orders have come from the top. I just wish I knew why. Why the cover-up, why they're not out there helping the American people, why they're protecting BP. You know, one of the most disturbing things, and this is the first time I've said this publicly, but I'm so frustrated and so angry, and it grows every day because lie after story. The meetings this week will keep me off the air long enough for some of the national media to pull out. I'm convinced of that, and that's okay. Because wherever they go, I'll follow them, and we will make sure. Let me tell you, if it takes the rest of my life, I will find out why the hell the cover-up, why they have continued to lie. Do you know it took my local military base flew a flag Super Bowl Sunday over Iraq in honor of me because I love the military. I love what they do for this country. And Friday morning at the breakfast, I apologized for the things I have said about the Coast Guard and about their leader because of the way we have been treated. And then, you know, one of the Navy guys said, Billy, don't feel bad. They're telling everybody on our base, the Coast Guard, that you putting oil out there because you want to keep this thing going on. And that just kind of hits a home run to what's been going on through this thing. And I'm sorry to even have to say that. But I don't hold back. If you tell me, the public's going to hear it. And they have a right to hear it. I have never been so disappointed in the help from the federal government. The NOAA ship that came down here to help us on the third week of Anderson Cooper, standing out at the shore at the riverfront, in the middle of a question, I forgot what he asked me. I said, Anderson, I got to stop a minute. This ship has been parked here for 3 weeks. Are they here to party in the French Quarter? Or are they here to go out there and find oil? Well, the next day the ship was gone. It was out there. And if you remember last week, NOAA made, or a week before last, they made a statement. They don't know if there's any oil left out below the surface, but they're going to go look for it next month. Next month. Does that give BP time to pull out? I don't know. But we're going to keep fighting. We're not going to, we were told by Thad Allen and BP last Thursday that no assets were going to leave until we meet next Friday with the governor. Once again, today we are fighting. As 5 barges were pulled yesterday, they want to pull the jack-up boats out today, which are the only people out there looking for animals. They'll tell you they're out there. They're at the dock. Half the skimmers have been pulled out the water. I went to Venice this morning. They are packing up and going home. They can say what they want. They are packing up and going home. And I'll say this, when this catastrophe is over, it will go down as the worst response to any catastrophe. Because after Katrina, we made a lot of mistakes. But we fixed those and moved forward. Here, we made them, we kept making them, and we kept covering them up. And when this is done, if they disclose, which they should, every dollar spent, you will see the biggest waste of federal money, whether BP pays back, the Coast Guard, and everyone else, I don't know. But you will see more money wasted on things that absolutely had nothing to do with the cleanup. And the little bit of money that was spent out on the water. You know, they want to pull our crews out that are staying on the jack-up boat, looking for animals, sucking up the oil before the birds dive in there, because there is oil seeking out in the marsh. It's not a lot of oil, but it's enough to pick up. It's enough to kill a pelican or kill the critters that live there. They want to pull those out today, yesterday, the day before. But they want to leave the 2,000 men and women in the camp in Venice. because who pays that bill? But they're not picking up any oil. They want to take the assets that are out on the water doing the work and cut them off. But they still want to keep all the top-heavy people in Venice. I told them they can take everybody out, leave me 30 skimmers, and leave my 4 jack-up boats out there, and we'll finish this up. But we're going to keep fighting it because of good people like you here today. I'm so honored to receive this. And like I said, each and every one of you should get one of these. But I promise you this, this fight is not over. And even when all the oil is gone out the marsh and it's back to normal, this fight is not over. I will go to Washington, I will go wherever it takes, and try to uncover why our federal government didn't stand side by side with the American people on this one. God bless you. Thank you.